guys, it's Shelly here. Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me today. On today's video, I have a beautiful new book by Kerby Rosanes to share with you guys, and it's his 10-year celebration book. Now, this book has been sent to me as a pre-release copy by the publishers Lomart, and I'm going to flip through it today just to show you guys what is in the book. And the book will be releasing later this year, if I'm not mistaken, around October. So yeah, I'm excited to share this book. I'm excited to flip through it. I did a really quick breeze through to see what it was all about. And just to let you know, majority of the pages are basically pages from his previous books, from his very first book, which was Anamorphia, which was released in 2015, up until Alien Worlds. So Dark Fairy Tales is not in this book, but up until Alien Worlds, we have illustrations, his favorite illustrations or fan favorites from all of his books compiled in this book. Now, I'm actually really excited about that because even though my coloring journey started with Anamorphia, so Kerby's very first book back in 2015, his book was the first book I bought, and then again, I think it was around 2020, if I'm not mistaken, I bought Whirls WithinWhirls. So each time my coloring journey sort of took off was with a Kerby book. So I don't have all of his coloring books, and that's why I'm excited to have this 10-year celebration book, because it picks out some beautiful pages from each of the books. And so there will be pages, yes, that I already have in some of his other books, but pages I don't own in my collection, and I'm super excited to have them in my collection. So I'll get to the book in just a second. We have this little card that came with the book. Obviously it's the front cover, but on the other side, it's quite thick cardstock, like a postcard cardstock. And we have the version to color ourselves, which is beautiful. And that is Lomart Books Instagram. Yeah. And this, guys, is the book. So beautiful cover, as always. A nice black cover with lots of gold foiling sort of detail, as you can see the shine there. And it is a chunky book. And you'll see in a second why. All right, that's the back. So this one doesn't have any gold foiling on the back. And it's basically says here, celebrating 10 years of coloring, the mind-blowing art of Kerby Rosanes. Revisit favorite pieces from the Morphia and the Whirls series. Explore exciting new commemorative designs and discover the artist behind the work with the never-before-seen photography and exclusive sketchbook access. So this is going to be such a nice book just to have in your collection, even if you have all of his books in your collection. As always, my first bit of the review or flip through of this book will be to chat. But at the end of the video, for those of you who don't like the chat, I will have a quick flip through as well. So we have a little jacket. Well, not a removable jacket, just a little flip over sort of cover. And then this is the front cover for the title page, and then we have the nameplate page, and if I'm not mistaken, this is from Whirls WithinWhirls. I have that book in my collection, and the paper is white, and to me I feel like it is a little bit thicker than the other books that we have from Lomart for Kerby Rosanes. So it might be specific for this celebrating 10 years of Kerby Rosanes. We have a contents page here. So we have an intro, and then we have Kerby Rosanes' life so far. That would be lovely to read through. Sketches, inks and doodles, Kerby's sketchbook pages, an explosion of color, fan-colored artwork, and then a celebration in coloring, breathtaking new designs to color. So we have a couple of new designs that he's included in this book. And then we go through all the books in the collection. So we have Anamorphia, Magimorphia, Mythamorphia, Phantomorphia, Geomorphia, Whirls WithinWhirls, Fragile World, Mythic World, Alien Worlds, and celebratory gatefold art. Okay, we'll come to that. So I have Anamorphia, I have Mythamorphia, I have Whirls WithinWhirls and Fragile World, but I don't have the others. So I'm so excited to have this book. All right. So we have our introduction here, a little note from Kerby, and this little stamp there that he puts on his artwork. And it's a little bit more of the Doodles, so his earlier work. And then his life so far. I won't read this out. I will leave it to you guys to obviously get the book and have a read for yourself. So it's a little bit special for you. I don't want to ruin it for those of you who are planning on getting this book. So we have some lovely photos of the artist and his work. Beautiful work. And his Instagram is always so inspiring as well. He has so many photographs of his travels, and obviously you can sort of see that his artwork is influenced by his travels in a way as well when he shows his art pieces. These are all of his books. And then we go into the section with sketches, ink and doodles, pages from the artist's personal sketchbook. So this is really nice to have as well. So this is just sort of his own sketches, his thought process, his inspiration that he puts down on paper that probably doesn't always make it to coloring books. I love that. I really like that too. We have some little snippets there, and then we have an owl. I do not crack my spine, guys. The books eventually sort of fall flat once I start coloring, so I do not like to crack them. So I apologize for that. This is amazing. Look at this. Is it a T-Rex? Made out of mushroom doodles. So amazing. How is he able to do this? It's just unbelievable, his artwork. And then this is the explosion of color. So the fans colored versions from Kerby's books. All right. And we have, I think, 11 pages. This is absolutely stunning. Look at that. So one of the colorists on Instagram has colored this, and obviously it gives the details about what they've used, the book that it's from, possibly, or maybe not, but what they've used, and their Instagram account, which is brilliant. So yeah, so it's really nice that there's been a little bit of a nod to the colorists, who's appreciated their work. And I think he's done this in a few of his compilation books, if I'm not mistaken. This one here looks like it's from an earlier book of his with the doodles. This is stunning. I love the color palette used on this spread. That's just amazing. I like that it's not a full-on background. You just have a little bit of color there. It makes everything else pop, not just disappear into the background. Lovely colors. These are really wonderful as well. So I don't know who the artists are. It's obviously, you can always check it out when you get the book. It's in the front. Wow, this is beautiful. Love this one. So much inspiration for us, isn't it? Lovely colors. Amazing coloring. Sometimes I get so intimidated to color Kerby's work because there are colorists out there who do such beautiful, stunning work in them. That's wonderful as well. All right, so celebration in coloring. Three breathtaking new illustrations to color. Okay, so is this counted as one? I don't know yet. Okay, but we have a little bit there. Ah, we have a little penguin there on a surfboard. So that is a very, very detailed page, but it is stunning. Unbelievable how he does this. So maybe that is 1, 2, and 3. This is really nice as well. So this, yes, this is incorporating snippets from some of his books, basically. So we have, if I can recognize any, since I don't have all of his books, there's a little globe here. I think that's from Whirls WithinWhirls. I think that little gorilla or monkey is maybe from Fragile World. That one, that little bit might be from Fragile World. That little lantern with penguins in it is from Whirls WithinWhirls. That, to me, I think it's Mythamorphia. And then obviously I don't have Alien Worlds, but that looks like Alien Worlds there. That looks like Alien Worlds. Maybe that is Mythic World, was it? Yeah. So he's sort of added little snippets and just sort of combined it on this illustration, which is quite clever the way he's done it. And then we go on to the previous illustrations from previous books. So we start with Anamorphia, the very first book, the book that started my colouring journey. No, it wasn't a Johanna Basford, it was a Kerby Rosanes, and it was Anamorphia. I haven't coloured this page in Anamorphia, so it would be nice to do that. And I don't think I've coloured this one either. Paper is definitely a little bit thicker, guys, which is really nice. Yes, I've always admired this page in Anamorphia, this spread, but I've never got around to doing it. Flamingos. And they are doodles, so I'm glad he sort of moved away. I know that was his signature style, but I struggle to colour the doodles. My mind doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So in a way, I'm glad he did move away from it, but I do love the pages that they have included in this book, and I think I would colour it. Lovely. So it's going to be nice actually seeing the way he moves to his later books, how the art style has changed. Now this page, this double page spread, I think was the first spread in Anamorphia, and I remember that because it's the first Kerby page, my first ever adult colouring page that I coloured. So I'm so glad that this has been included in this book so I can give it another go. Because as you guys know, I don't buy doubles of the same book. So it's nice to have this. And I think it is exactly the same one. I can't remember certain elements like that little bird sitting there. But I would love to now colour this and just see in 10 years how my colouring has changed. It'll be really interesting to just compare it to that first page I coloured. So I'm so glad this is there. So nostalgic for me. Then we have that one. I did colour that page in Anamorphia. Then we go on to Mythamorphia, which I don't have. So this will be really nice because all of these pages are new for me. Metals, florals. Love, I've always admired these pages. The anchor and the compass. I really like this. Or was this at the beginning, I think? They used it for the front here. Yes. Yeah. But this will be really nice. So there is a little bit of doodles, but I think I will colour all of these illustrations. Really like that. So was that the one that we saw as one of the coloured versions? This is really nice as well. I love his work, basically. I've always admired this page. So I'm glad that's in there. And then Mythamorphia. I do have Mythamorphia, but I haven't coloured that much in it. So it will be nice to have a couple of copies, repeat copies. Now, I think so far I have liked the illustrations that they've picked out from the books, which is really good. Yes, these are beautiful. So yeah, I think so far the choices of illustrations that they have put into this book is good. Now, I don't know how they would have decided, whether it's how many, people colored them on Instagram, or whether they did a vote or tally or anything like that. I'm not actually sure. They just saw how many, I think it must have been how often it's been colored. But I think they've made some really good choices. Yes, that's a very popular page I've seen colored. This is one of the colored versions. You can always get inspiration from the front if you want. That is that? Oh, part of it. Part of it is the front cover, isn't it? I think this is the book people were a little bit disappointed with, Phantomorphia, because it was released as quite a thin book, and certain illustrations like this one was just sort of half. So I think at the time people were disappointed, but I don't think Kerby has disappointed us much through these 10 years, to be honest. These are really nice, isn't it? That'll be fun to do. Oh, that's a Steampunk Dragon, so metal, really nice. Yes, I've always admired that page as well. So I'm happy with the choices. Geomorphia, I don't have Geomorphia. I'm already happy with this page here. Yeah, and these pages definitely. The reasons I don't have some of these books is because maybe it's illustrations, not all of them I would color, but the ones that have been picked out are pages that would have made me buy the book. So I'm glad that they are in this book. Yeah, lovely. Yes, and this one. Good choices. Yeah, that's nice as well. And then Whirls Within Whirls. That was the second book I bought of Kerby Rosanes. I had bought the first one in 2015, and then I sort of didn't get into colouring. And then again, when Whirls Within Whirls came out, this was the first book I bought again. And since then, colouring has sort of stuck, and I've been on this colouring journey. So twice Kerby Rosanes got me into colouring. So yes, this book I absolutely adore, and I have coloured this page in my copy of Whirls Within Whirls, and I'm going to be definitely trying to color it again and see where how I've developed in my coloring style, my color choices. I haven't colored these yet, but I like them, so I don't mind having a second copy. Yes, I haven't colored that one yet. I have colored this one, but I followed a color along, so this time around I'd probably try and do my own version of this page if I could. I find it very hard once I've colored a page to look at it differently. That's my issue, which is why I never buy second copies. But because that was so early in my coloring journey and I didn't really do my own colors, I was just sort of following along color alongs at the time, I think it would be nice to tackle that one on my own. These are nice to have again as well. Beautiful. And yes, I haven't colored that either. Then we have Fragile World. Beautiful book. And I've hardly done any pages in them. I haven't tackled this one yet. Nice choices of pages again. This one I have colored, and I will struggle, to be honest, because I'm really happy with my colored version of this page. So I think I will struggle to color this one again in a different way. So this may not be a page I'll color that soon. Because I actually really, I can still picture my coloured version, and I'm still happy with the colours I've chosen for it. Yes, I haven't coloured that one yet. But there are not that many from Whirls Within Whirls, is there? So I haven't counted how many of each book. So for example, with Whirls Within Whirls, we have the title bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then Fragile World, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they haven't actually equaled it out. Mythic World, so this I don't have, because there are quite a few illustrations in this book that I don't think I would know how to color, because I'm not really into all the myths and stories and stuff, so I wouldn't even be able to identify a lot of them. I already like this page, so hopefully the pages, yes, that have been picked will be pages that I would have probably eventually gone for the book for. So there were a few illustrations that I really did like, but then there were others that I had no inspiration. I wouldn't know how to tackle because of the theme. But these two is a definite yes. So I'm so excited, especially this one, that it's been included. I think they've chosen the illustrations to include in this book very well. This I don't mind. This I'm not too keen on, but that's okay. I will do it, but I don't mind that side. Yes, I do like this one, and I do like this one. I would color it. And yes, definitely this one. So this one from Mythic World and this one were my favorites, and this one. So I'm actually really happy that those three are in there. Alien Worlds. Now, Alien Worlds, again, is about a theme that I wouldn't usually color. Like, I wouldn't know how to tackle this page as, starting from the word go. And even this, I don't know what colors to go for what elements. Like, I think obviously you can do whatever you want. You can go crazy with your colors. It doesn't have to be realistic at all. But that's, I think, where I struggle. When I have to go crazy with colors in terms of elements. So yeah, I think I will definitely color them though, but it will take some thinking on my part. It's not going to be easy flowing for me. I really like this one though, but again, I will have to think outside the box to be able to color these illustrations from Alien Worlds. And that's why I didn't get the book for me. But I know a lot of people have loved that book. But yeah, even this is really nice. I would color it. I just have to think outside the box when it comes to colors. It's fantasy. That's nice as well. And we have that one. And then the final thing that we do have is this fold out, which is perforated. So if you did want to tear it out and color it and frame it, you could. It's beautiful spread here. So all of his doodles, you know, bringing in some of the elements that he's colored, sort of coming out of that book with pencils there. It's so beautiful, I think. And one day I will color this. I don't know if I will remove mine. As much as possible, I like to keep my books together. So yeah, chances are this won't be coming out of my book, but I'm sure if you framed it, it would look stunning after being colored. And then that's the end of the book, guys. And again, we have this little flip sort of cover. And that's the end. So guys, what do you think of this book? I would love to know, because I'm really happy with it. I haven't got some of the books, so for me it is brilliant. I think the choices of illustrations that are being picked out to include in this book is perfect for me, because there are illustrations in the illustrations that have been included are the illustrations that I would actually try and get a book for, the ones which I'm missing. So I'm glad it's in this book. So super happy. And thanks to Lomart for sending it to me. But I'd like to know what you guys think. Those of you who have his entire collection, what do you think? Would you get this book? I think it is a collector's item for sure. But yeah, I would like to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, I'll leave you to it, and I'll be back with you guys again soon on another video. So until then, take care. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.